QID is cancelled. If my QID is cancelled, can I get a new visa to return into the country? The answer is, to me, the answer is yes or no. It will depend on which situation have you exited the country, or under what circumstances is the QID cancelled. Yes, I'll give you my own experience. We have two definite answers that I want to share with you. One, have you exited Qatar under what you call the normal situations? Let's say, for example, you've been working for that company for a specific period of time and your contract is done, you are getting out of the country normally. Then in that case, yes, you can return, your QID will be cancelled, then you go out of the country, then you can immediately, after 48 hours, you can apply a new visa to return into the country. Have you resigned in that country in a normal way? Resign, prepared an exit for you, and you go out of the country? Yes. And after 48 hours, you can get someone to apply for you a new visa, then you can return into the country. That is under what we call the normal situations. Yes, another under normal situation, we may look at being cancelled by either your employer, or there is what we call termination of contract, or we look at a situation you are terminating the contract with your employer or your sponsor. Yes, you will get an exit permit, then probably you will exit the country, then you return back into the country with a new visa, meaning that your residence permit or your QID has been cancelled in what we call the normal situations. What about in case 2? When we look at case 2, for most of us or most of you, you've exited or you are exiting your country in another situation, which may be either having what you call a travel ban by what you call your former employer. That is meaning that your QID is cancelled in that regard. You have criminal offenses, or you are being barred from coming back into the country by what you call the government entities in that situation or in that case. So that means if your QID is cancelled in those situations or in those scenarios that you are being barred from coming back into the country, then you may not be able to apply for a new visa to return back into the country unless you've completed what we call the stipulated period of time that you're allowed to be outside the country. Then we look at those situations. Yes, someone still ask me, what about for those people that have gone under what you call deportation? Yes, most of you will agree with me. You've gone under what you call deportation. And some of you, you've gone to deportation, you've not got fingerprints. You are left to go freely without even anything of a charge. Let's say it must have been your sponsor in any way or the other. So even still under that regard, not everyone that goes under deportation is being barred from coming back in the country. It may be different situations. So when you look at all those situations, when you consider them, then probably if you feel you exited in a normal way, then you can have the visa to turn back into the country in a normal way.